Welcome back to a new post today. Let's continue with the most important topics that we need to track for January 5th. And the very first issue is about the depreciating rupee. So let's see what exactly is behind, what exactly depreciates the value of a currency. Now, the price of any currency in the foreign exchange market is determined by the demand of the currency vis-a-vis the supply. This is similar to how the price of any other product is determined in the marketplace. Now, when the demand for a product rises while its supply remains constant, this causes the price of the product to rise in order to ration the available supply. On the other hand, when the demand for the product drops, then its supply remains constant. This causes the seller to drop the prices of the product in order to attract the buyers. The only difference between goods market and the forex market is that currencies are exchanged for currencies rather for goods in the foreign market exchange. And the currency depreciates when a foreign currency depreciates against a foreign currency when the demand for it drops compared to the available supply in the market. When the currency's value depreciates, the value of the foreign currency automatically appreciates on the other side. This is similar to how the purchasing power of the money depreciates when the prices of the goods in the marketplace rise or fall. So this is the reason how the currency of the value of a currency depreciates. Now, very recently, we had the no detention policy being rolled back. The Government of India has amended the Right to Education Rules 2009, rolling back the no detention policy. So, when the RTE Act was passed in 2009, it included Section 16, which stipulated no child should be admitted in the school, should be held back in or expelled from the school till completion of elementary education, that's class 1 to 8. Now, the spirit of this no detention policy was to ensure that the child can learn without unnecessary pressure. Detention is demoralizing to the children, and this was also an understanding this was also an understanding among the government and the people. But however, the schools started to automatically promote the children up to 8th standard without testing their knowledge and skills, and this lead to a drop in the students' knowledge. And this was found out recently by the annual status of education report by an NGO Pratham, which said that only 42% of class 5 children could read class 2 level in 2022, and this was a worrying problem. And therefore, to ensure that the governments test the knowledge of the students before promoting them, the government has once again rolled back the no detention policy, and now it is again the knowledge of the students will be tested so that they are not promoted by fluke, and they ensure that their knowledge is held by the student while being promoted or they go to the next class. This was also because of the manner of testing the students which was used in the schooling system, where they used a certain type of survey for testing the foundation skills, which is called as the continuous and comprehensive evaluation program, which was introduced. Due to this, many of the teachers were filling these forms without actually testing the knowledge of the student, and recently this was held back. Right to free education is included in the fundamental rights, and also it is included in the directive principles of the state policy. Find out which article does deal with it. So this is about it. And recently the Government of India released a State of the Forest report in December. So let's define what exactly is a green cover. Now, forest cover in India means an area of hectare or more with tree canopy or more than equal to 10% irrespective of the ownership and legal status as per the Status of Forest report. Tree cover refers to all the tree patches that exist outside of the forest area and which occupy less than 1 hectare in extent, including all the scattered trees found in the rural and the urban settings and not captured under the forest cover assessment. The State of the Forest report uses a mix of satellite data and details from the National Forest Inventory plus the ground truthing to verify the information. Let me tell you, in 2014, the Union government first notified the Western Ghats eco-sensitive area along the country's west coast under the Environmental Protection Act of 1986 for special protection. And the report of 2023 notes that the Western Ghats has lost 58 square kilometers of forest cover in the last decade, while the forest cover, very dense forest increased, those of moderately dense and open forest fell. The Nilgiris forest, which was part of the Western Ghats eco-sensitive area in the UNESCO Biosphere Reserve, between 2013 and 23 lost 123 kilometers of forest cover. Nilgiris district report found a four-fold increase, however. Mangroves, which are tropical trees in the intertidal zones, are withdrawing as well according to the forest cover. So take a look at the forest cover, which was recently released in December 2024. This will be helpful for the preliminary and as well as the mains examination as well. So let's look at the other news, that is about Rajagopala Chidambaram, who has been the longest serving principal scientific advisor of the government of India from 2002 to 2018, recently passed away. So he was involved in two missions of nuclear testing of India, 1974 and 1998. 1974 was called a Smiling Buddha and took place in Pokhran, Rajasthan in 1974. India became the 6th country in the world to have tested a nuclear device. And we used the plutonium from the Cyrus reactor given to us by Canada and the heavy water from US. Therefore, these two countries criticized India at that time, and also they stopped sharing technology with India after the Smiling Buddha test. He was also part of the Operation Shakti in 1998 as a chairman of the Atomic Energy Commission. We tested few nuclear fusion and one nuclear fission bombs during this testing, and he was also the recipient of Padma Shri and Padma Vibhushan as well. During his principal scientific advisor tenure, India launched many initiatives like the Rural Technology Action Group and also Society for Electronics Transaction and Security. These are the few points I thought I should be addressing for you all for January 5th. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to comment at the end of the video. I shall see you in my next post. Until then, it's very happy learning.